From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and friends.
Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. Good morning, Chef Michael. How are you today?
Good, baby. Good. You know, we got a special guest in the audience today.
I know we do. One of our very special guests, Robert Ferguson.
Right. He's a fan.
He's a fan. That's
and
right.
We always, and I say, you know something, Sandy? You know, it's nice to bring our fans, you know, to bring them onto the radio show so they could have a voice out there to hear what they have to say and how they feel, which is really nice. You know,
and also Robert came in. You got to turn that thing off, Michael.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm a doctor. I can't.
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, doctor. Yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he also came out and helped us at Smith's Food and Drug a couple of weeks ago when we were out there with Chef Michael and also with Star International, or was that Geo Holidays, Michael?
Yeah. It was Geo Holidays.
Yes,
what a
Geo
wonderful
Holidays.
Time we had. It was
they
great.
gave out a lot of show tickets. We had drawings every hour and a half. They had a drawing, and then we
every 20 minutes.
And then Smith's Food and Drug had drawings every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, they were giving away a $10, $15, or $25 gift certificate for shopping at Smith's.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and Robert was there helping us to let the customers know. Hi, Robert.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I am absolutely fantastic, and I just wanted to say what a pleasure and privilege it is to be a part of KLAV talk show.
Thank you. Also, you've got some beautiful, beautiful roses here.
Yeah, I bought roses for Sandy. What are you trying to do, Val? Move in on my turf?
Absolutely not. I believe in doing something special for very special people, and I just want to tell everybody and tell all your friends to tune in from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.
They
to
do.
Chef Michaels and Sandy Kastel here at KLAV.
Thank you. Thank you. So, how was your holiday season, Robert?
My holiday season was great. In my building, had some friends that invited me over for Christmas and gave me some beautiful sugar cookies with M&Ms, and they were out of this world.
Oh my gosh.
And I had beautiful cards given, and so many wonderful neighbors in my building were so happy about the way my life was going. And I got to tell you, I was over at 99 Cent Store on Flamingo and Maryland Parkway, and I was telling Chef Michaels earlier, there was an elderly lady with a walker, and I got to tell you, to make a long story short, I said, you know, the way people drive in this town, I said, would you mind if I walk side by side so you could get back to the corner safely? And she said, that would be an honor. She says, not too many people in this city do things like that anymore. And she thanked me so much. And that's how I ended up the year 2014 by helping somebody that needed help.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Great. That's great.
You know, and that's really, you know, one of our beliefs too is. Are you gonna? Yeah. Actually, yeah. Hold
I'm picking up the roses, so our cameraman.
Oh, now his phone is going off.
Oh, what is there,
man.
That's all right. We're picking up the roses. These are wonderful long stem roses. They're pink, 12 beautiful roses. And they were from Smith's on Sahara and Durango.
And Kim prepared them.
Yeah, and thank you, Bob. That's so nice of you to bring Sandy and myself roses.
Let me see. I want to smell them.
Aren't they pretty?
I want to
Pink
smell
roses
them.
are nice. You know, that's what's really, really nice. You know,
they smell so good.
And then he's got a card.
You know, a lot of times when you get roses, you know, they don't have a smell when you buy them at the store.
Yeah.
But these smell so beautiful. And Kim, thank you for putting together this bouquet for us. Yes, and Robert, thank you for getting these for us.
I have a beautiful card here, and would you like to read it, or do you want me to read it?
Oh, I would love. You want to read it?
No, I think I'm going to give you the honor of reading it.
Okay. There's nothing more hopeful than a new calendar full of wide open spaces.
Oh, yeah.
From Robert Ferguson. Fill this new year with everything you love. Oh, what a wonderful thing. It says to Sandy Kastel and Chef Michael, who are always so great. The world is much better to love rather than to hate. Your friend always, Robert.
Yeah, I thought I'd throw a little bit of poetry in the card, you know.
Thank you. How beautiful that is. And you know what? It is true. You start the new year with a brand new calendar. It's like a clean slate, so to speak. It's almost like a painter starting with a clean canvas. Right. And just going, oh my gosh, what can I create this year? And obviously, every month we have opportunities to do things. You know, we have a WEMA event coming up, Robert, on the January the 17th.
It's a couple of weeks away.
It's a couple of weeks away, and it is. Oh, I forgot to bring the flyer. Let me see. It is over at the Underground Revolution. I keep wanting to call them Urban, sorry, but it's an Underground Revolution, and it's sponsored by them and by Sandy Kastel and Friends. And what we are doing is we are doing a New Year makeover. It is hair and makeup and a photo session, afterwards to get a photo of your new look. And people will come in and get their hair styled and get their makeup done. Obviously, the men, if they want to get their hair styled, they're not going to get their makeup done, but but the women are. And then we're also going to have South Philadelphia Italian cuisine prepared especially for this event by Chef Michael.
I can't get a break.
And then we are going to have our photographer there. We are going to have scholarships that are going to be given away. 2 $500 scholarships. One is given by WEMA to a cosmetology student, and the other one is going to be given by the Underground Revolution by Peter Anthony Wynn and Stephanie Wynn.
How exciting.
Yes, it's a $500 advanced education scholarship that they are giving away because the Underground Revolution is an educational facility also, in addition to being a salon. So we're so excited, and it's going to be $35 for WEMA members and fans who are not interested in doing the makeover but want to come to the event. And also we've got the Dick Kastel Quartet, Jazz Quartet. And then it's going to be $50 for people who want to do the hair and makeup makeover.
Yeah, there's a couple broads I know that need to go there. Spray paint that face.
And for the students, the cosmetology students, it's going to only be a $10 donation, and also to the salons that are coming in, the $10 donation. So anyway, check it out. I'm going to be posting the flyer today on our WEMA website, also on our Facebook page, which is Sandy Kastel and Friends, and our WEMA Facebook page. So you'll be able to find out more about it there.
Last week I went out with a very dear friend of mine. He's a proctologist. His name is Dr. James Buttmeyer. Believe it or not. That's his name.
Yeah. Like
Dr. James. He's a proctologist. Dr. James Buttmeyer, which was funny, Buttmeyer. Sure. So anyway, I says, Jimmy, because I know him a lot of years. I said, what was the funniest thing that ever happened to you? It's a hell of a profession. He said, well, Mike, I got to tell you the truth. This guy came into my office, he says, and he looks at me. He says, Doc, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's a string hanging out of my can. He says, what? There's a string. He says, hanging out of my can. He says, well, did you eat something? Did you swallow some thread? He says, I don't know. So anyway, Jimmy, Dr. Buttmeyer gets the guy, and he says, okay, well, let me see what I can do. And he turns around, and I'm listening to Dr. Buttmeyer tell me the story, and he pulls on the string, and all of a sudden, 12 long stem roses came right out of this guy's butt. Oh my God. And Dr. Buttmeyer said to him, what's that? And the guy says, Doc, I don't know, but if I was you, I would read the card.
And we're starting the new year off just right, yes.
For those that just pulled off on the road, for those that just shut me off, Machaleben, Samzaimen Glick.
How many of you were watching the TV show this weekend?
I was.
We had the Sandy Kastel and Friends TV show on, and we had Jimmy Molidor on.
Great.
You know Jimmy Molidor, Robert. The saxophone player.
Jimmy's
Jimmy Molidor.
Jimmy listens in.
And we had Jimmy Molidor on, and we also had Colt Strebel on with the fashion show.
That Colt?
Yes, Colt Strebel. And of course,
Mrs. How are you, Mrs. Strebel?
He only goes by Colt, as
names
being
for
a model.
People. Colt.
Yeah, and also.
How about guys like Frank, Jimmy, Mike, Joey? Colt. What kind of name is that for a guy?
Yeah, but all of her children have a name that starts with a K, Colt.
He can never live in my
Cole
neighborhood. How would you call him? See, in my neighborhood, go, Mikey! Jimmy!
Hey, Colt.
You'd say Colty.
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 You know, I got to tell you something, Sandy. We're very excited because you better get your tickets. We're almost sold out. I can't believe it.
For what?
The 26th of February, we'll be at the Smith Center with the great Jimmy Melodorino. Jimmy Melodor.
Well, how do they find out about the tickets, Michael?
Well, they got to call the Smith Center.
Okay, they got to call the Smith Center. Is it already registered and everything? They can call in and get those tickets? You got to go to the Smith Center and call them up. What's that phone number?
Area code Smith Center 7 555.
Yeah. Call the Smith Center and get booked for the February the 26th. That is a Thursday night with Jimmy Molidor, and he's got some featured players that are going to be playing with us, and also Paris Red. You and myself.
Yes, I'm doing a battle.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I want to tear that old man's head off when I get him on that stage. I want to bring Santos Savino on and say, okay, old timer, let me see what you got. Let's see what you got. Let's see who's fast on his hand. Fastest man in town. No, I love playing with Santo because I tell you something, it's such a great honor, San, to do a tribute to Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich. It's
we had you featured on the TV show a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Yeah, we had that feature with Santo and you guys were battling it out.
Oh, we had a great time. Well, not really. It wasn't on that.
Oh, you were just playing.
Yeah, I did the thing. I did the thing
you were
with
playing
your dad.
fast.
I was doing Sweet Georgia Bound. Sweet, love that tune. Wow. So anyway, 731-1230. We'd like to hear some of our friends that are out there that always listens to us, because let's face it, folks.
Anyway.
The vicissitudes of life.
Yeah? What about the vicissitudes? Anyway, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel. Go ahead, Michael.
No, finish it.
Go ahead. Go ahead, finish it, because we're going out to a commercial break.
No!
Okay, we'll be right back after this commercial break from our sponsors.
I could have finished it.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Your sister's kazoo.
How good a friend you can be. Stick with me, sister. I'm the gal that you came in with. Luck, be a lady.
Everybody's a winner. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Good morning, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. Chef Michael.
Yeah.
Chef Michael. Anyway, so what else do we have?
Get Jimmy Melodor on the phone.
What else do we have going on, Michael?
Yeah,
call Jimmy. Get Jimmy Molidor. Does he have his phone number?
Yeah,
he doesn't. Don't have to bother Jimmy Molidor.
I want to bother the world.
He has to get his beauty sleep.
Yeah, Jimmy is he practices. Yeah, son.
Hey, Robert. So tell us now. I know you started listening to the show. About 6 months ago or so? When was it? About?
I'd say about 7 to 8 months, give or take a few.
Yeah. So you'd been tuning in, you'd been listening to the show, and what was the thing that you liked the most about it? I mean, what was the thing that kept you coming back?
Gee, where do I begin? Well,
besides Chef Michael's antics,
the interest that you had with all the people, basically, and the dedication and the kindness and the love, and it's something that people don't often hear, and it's a very rare thing to tune into a radio station such as KLAV and hear such wonderful people like the both of you. It's just so inspirational, and if the whole world was like that, there'd be less problems in the world, and it's something that. It's just a wonderful feeling to know that when you listen to KLAV, you've got two people that cares about people from all over the world, from entertaining to the events that take place here in Las Vegas, and I just can't say enough. It's just a fantastic thing that you both do. You're giving, you're loving, and what else can I say?
Well, thank you. I mean, I just, it's so, we're so appreciative too of everything that, you've been helping us out with, and coming to the events, and being there to be supportive of what we're doing. So thank you. We really appreciate it.
What's going to happen the day that we don't not on the air anymore? We're not on radio, just television. Do you think our fans can handle that? What do you think, Bob?
I don't know. I'll probably cry with tears if you're not on KLAV anymore.
Uh-oh. Is Jimmy Molidor on the phone?
Is that Jimmy Melodor?
Hi, Jimmy.
Buddy.
Hi, my friends.
Did he wake you up,
Sandy
Jimmy?
and Mike,
Did he wake you up?
I watched the show on YouTube, the TV one.
Oh, good.
The interview, you guys were fabulous.
Oh, you were great.
You were great, Jimmy.
Well, we're like the Three Stooges. We're all great.
Well, we had a lot of fun. That was.
Well, we didn't have any slapstick on there this time.
Well, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, the 26th of February, what a night that's going to be. That's going to be like a groundbreaker.
So Jimmy, tell us about this. I know you've been doing some events at the Smith Center for how many years now?
200.
Well, I did 2 dates actually 3 dates. I did James Tormé, wonderful, great singer.
Oh, James Tormé, yes, Mel Tormé's son.
Yeah, but there's 2 of them, Vince Tormé and James. James is the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, James is a bebop singer. He scats. He's fantastic. So I did a date actually with him in Temecula.
Okay.
Then I brought him into Yoshi's with me, and we were very successful.
Right.
And then when he came in on his own, he got his own first gig at Smith Center. I worked with him there.
Great.
And then again, after they saw me play at the Smith Center, they wanted me to come in on my own, which was fantastic. So last March we went in and did 2 dates. The great Eric Alexander and Paris Fred, and we sold out. It was just 2 of the most wonderful dates. The sound was fantastic. The venue is just great. I mean, it's just magnificent.
Well, good. Well, we're looking forward to joining you. Now, you've got some other great musicians that are joining us for this event. Tell us about them.
Okay, on bass I have Frank Fabio.
Frank Fabian? I know his brother.
Fabio.
Well, I know Fabio.
Fabio, Frank Fabio. He's recorded several of my CDs with me. He's a great player from LA. He lives in town now.
Okay.
And then on drums, Mike's favorite and your favorite, Santo Savino.
I'm going to tear that boy's head off when I get him. I'm going to tear him up.
I don't know. He might tear your head off.
I'm going to tear him up when I get him on that stage. I'm going to tear him up.
And then on piano, we have fantastic Ron Foyer.
Oh, Ronnie's the best.
Oh, he's incredible. You know, he plays like Herbie Hancock.
Now, is Ron a local guy or is he out of L.A.?
Oh, he's out of L.A.
Out of L.A., so he's going to be flying in to do this gig with you.
Ron is coming in.
With us?
Yeah.
And we haven't okayed Paris yet. She's trying to see if she can get off.
Oh, she's working that night.
Yeah, Thursday used to be her off. Hopefully she can make it.
Well, if you can't get her, there's only one other girl you can grab.
I also have Diane Krall's lead jazz trumpet player, and he works with the Clayton Hamilton Orchestra, and also the jazz great Charles McPherson, and he also works with Tom Scott a lot. Gilbert Castellanos.
Gilbert Castellanos.
Don't you have any Italian people in the band?
That is, and I can tell you.
Santo's only one.
What am I, chopped liver?
What is Castellanos? Is that Spanish?
I'm sorry?
Is that Castellanos? Is that Spanish?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
It's Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish.
You know, it's
I think he's Mexican.
Huh?
Gilbert Castellanos. He lives in San Diego.
Uh-huh.
And he's worked every one of my engagements down at the anthology.
Oh.
With Benny Golson and with Tom Scott and with Richie Cole and Eric Alexander. Gilbert is just an incredible trumpet player.
That's great. And the tickets for this show are going to be what? They're going to be ranged from what?
37 and 49, I think. Yeah.
$37 to $49, depending on where the seats are, right?
That's correct. But
That's
Sandy,
right.
I'm looking forward to hearing you and Michael perform with me because you guys just uplift the show so much.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm excited about it, and as you know, we've had an opportunity to do some other things around town at some different locations, but playing at the Smith Center is really special, so we're really looking forward to joining you. February the 26th, that is a Thursday night, and if people want to get tickets, do you have the website or the phone number that they can call in?
Well, I think it's not set up until tomorrow or the next day. You can call in the...
oh, okay.
All right.
To the box office?
Yeah, it's Smith Center box office.
All right.
Last night, Jimmy, I get a phone call from Quentin Marcellus. You know who that is.
Wynton Marsalis.
Clinton Marsalis.
No.
I don't know who that is.
Neither do I. That's why I hung up the phone. I went with the trumpet player.
No.
With Marsalis. And he said, "You're playing with Jimmy?" I said, yeah, he's great. He said, Jimmy Melodor is the last of what he is. What did he say to me? You're a tribute and an icon to Charlie Bird.
Charlie Parker.
Charlie Parker. What do you call him? Bird. And Charlie Parker. And it's amazing. And you are, Jim, because you're the John Coltrane of today. You know what I mean? You are the felonious monk of what jazz is about. You are the Dave Brubeck of piano players. You are the Herbie Hancock of you know what. So the bottom line is that, ladies and gentlemen out there, if you're a jazz connoisseur and you're a swinging connoisseur, this is a show that's giving you both barrels. Jimmy brought me and Sandy in for a little difference of flavor to really do something. And again, it's such an honor for me to battle with the best drummer in the world. You know, there's only a handful of guys. And I like the old guy, but I'm going to take his head off when I get him on that stage. I'm going to put a hurt on this boy. And I don't want to carry him for 12 rounds. I want to take him out fast.
It should be fun. It should be exciting. It should be
I love him.
And February the 26th.
And we got to do our drum roll stand-up. It's called the drum roll stand.
Oh, Mike, I don't know if that's going to go over. Drum roll stand-up.
The drum roll stand-up. Oh, you mean out in the audience? I don't think you can jump off that stage.
No. I'm only kidding with you.
Anyway, thank you so much, Jimmy, and we look forward to seeing you. And we'll be getting together soon for rehearsals.
Sandy, we might bring in Tom Scott. I'm still waiting for his okay.
Oh, okay. All righty.
The great Tom Scott, 5-time Grammy Award.
All right, we'll let everybody know when that's confirmed, okay, and locked in.
All right.
Thank you, Jimmy Melodor.
I love Jimmy Melodor.
And don't forget, everybody, to call the box office, the Smiths box office, and get your tickets for
your ringside
February
seats.
the 26th. Get that, yes, because we're real excited about it. We're going to invite all of our WEMA members, all of our fans, all of our friends, all of our listeners to come out and see us at the Smith Center.
You know, it's funny.
I can't believe it. We're going to have a camera there, too?
I don't know.
I hope so.
Well, of course. It's funny because when I remember...
Got to call David Taylor.
When I was singing at the Dunes...
And John Stiles.
Before the show started, for those boxing people that are out there that have the hand mitts, my manager at the time, Jack Turner, would go in the back of the stage with me, and he put the mitts on, and I would start punching the before the show. And the guys in a band would say to me, "What the hell you doing, Mike?
Getting ready.
This ain't a fight.
Working it up.
This ain't a fight." I said, "Well, it ain't a fight to you.
Working out.
But it's a fight to me, because what happens is the energy that we put forth on those shows."
Oh, yeah.
For me, I only can speak for me. Is a tremendous amount.
Does that mean I get a set of boxing gloves too? Oh! I want to get the boxing thing, you know. What's that boxing thing?
That's a speed bag.
And
the great Kenny Wright, God rest his soul, Kenny Wright was a great trumpet player and a conductor for me, and he wrote Rocky. And the speed bag would come down, you know what I mean, from the top, and I would do what you call a roll, as you roll the bag. You know what I mean? Just a roll, you know. And one day I actually missed the bag, you know, the speed bag, and I hit the board. My knuckle was swollen.
I thought you were going to say it bounced back and hit you in the head.
No.
We never do that. Huh?
But it was a lot of fun. That was the days. That was the days of Wine and Roses.
The days of Wine and Roses
seem to run. All right, everybody.
Okay, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael, and of course we've got our guest here with us, Robert Ferguson, and we're going to be asking you some questions.
Wonderful observations. You know, you two are just so observing of everybody. It just makes my heart sing like the sun is out.
Well, hold that thought now, Robert, because we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Come back.
Without you, take my lips. I wanna lose.
This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi. Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. That was Stephanie Wynn on the cell phone. She was just contacting me to let me know that they're starting to post this about the 17th. And,
right.
of course, we got to confirm who our photographer is going to be for that event. And because we're going to have a photo shoot afterwards so everybody can get a headshot and see how they look after their new hair and makeup done with the new WEMA New Year makeover. Yes, and I'll give Ben a call.
The number for the Smith Center is area code 1702
702
749
749
2012.
2012.
749-2012. Get your tickets, ladies and gents.
I know who the first people are going to be to make reservations. Dr. Perry and Dr.
Diana.
Yes, and the Grossos. Hope the Grossos are going to join us, and the tenors. Yeah, they are the tenors.
No, you won't see them no more.
And Michael,
they're over there golfing. They're too busy golfing and counting their money.
No, this is at night. Stop it.
And they're still golfing.
Stop
Bill
it.
Tanner went out last night at 11 o'clock at night.
Bill
He's hitting
Tanner
balls.
and Madeline will be there, and I'm sure all of our friends are going to be out there.
Of course they are.
Frank and
not Frank.
Frank and Kathy. They were over.
Frank.
They came over on New Year's Day. You know, we had a nice group of people that came over New Year's Day. Robert, I know you couldn't make it because you were doing something else. You were working, I think, that day.
Yeah, actually, somebody called in sick, and I had to work and take their place.
Right. Well, I'm sorry you missed it because Michael made one of his dishes that he had never made before. That was the filetta pomodoro. You know what that means, Robert? That means the fillet of the tomato.
What's it got to do with this recipe? I have no idea.
But it also has prosciutto in it.
Yeah, it's a marinara sauce.
Yeah, marinara. Of course, I say marinara. Marinara sauce.
Last night we went out to go eat.
Quite. I say marinara.
Last night me and Sandy went to go out to eat. And I don't want to say nothing derogatory about this place because they really got good food.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, I said I don't know what I want. Now I got to be careful eating red sauce.
He is so funny. You know, I mean, he eats Italian food all the time, and we go to this place that has a variety of 50 million gazillion different things on the menu. And what does he order?
I ordered pasta marinara.
Pasta marinara.
So I said to the guy, just give me the linguine. I said, and the shrimp, make the shrimp marinara for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, they delivered. I took one bite, and I said,
his face did this. It went.
Oh my God! I hated to do that. And the bartender,
the pasta was
this guy was great. That guy was a hell of a bartender. And I said, you know something? And I took out my card. I said, this is my profession. One of my professions being a
What
chef.
are your professions?
I says the macaroni's mushy. It's overcooked.
Yeah.
I said it's flat. It's got no flavor. No problem. Took it back.
Yeah, but normally I've had the pasta there and it's been fine. But you know, you're an extra critique because you know how you like it done. Yeah. But the funny thing is he doesn't eat his own cooking, Robert. No. You know, so he has to go out to an Italian restaurant to have. You know what Italian restaurant we do like though, Michael, is that Maggiano's that's over there. You like that restaurant? That's really nice.
Yeah, you need about $7,000 to go in there.
Well, yeah, but it's a really nice restaurant.
I got to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. There's only one food that I could eat, and Sandy gets mad at me because she says, where do you want to go eat at? And I want to say something to her, but I don't. There's only one food I never get tired of.
Chinese.
Right. I go to the,
I
like the dim sum.
He loves dim sum and Chinese food.
I enjoy.
I like dim sum too, just not every night of the week.
Well, I enjoy that. I just love that. And then our favorite spot of ever,
Tuscany Grill.
All right, but our other favorite spot.
No, but Tuscany Grill, and we were going to go there last night, but we didn't get a chance to. But we're I really do want to go there this week, Michael, because I just love their cheesecake. But we are on this diet, and we're not supposed to be eating cheesecake.
I got to tell you, right now where I live on Flamingo and Palos Verdes, there is an Italian restaurant, and I would swear that it's one of the best in Las Vegas. I know everybody there, the staff and the manager. And
what's that?
It's called Buba di Peppo's.
Oh, Buba di Peppo.
And their prices are not that bad, but I'll tell you, the food is fantastic, and they really treat their customers like A1 people.
I remember when they first opened up. And I went to their place, and if I'm not mistaken, it was on Flamingo down, east.
Yeah, they've got different ones, right?
No, yeah, they're
he's talking about Flamingo.
I was so impressed because they started with the family-style restaurant, and then you went in. They had the Pope's Room. Have you been there, Sam?
The Pope's Room?
Yeah, they have a room.
Oh, no, I went to it in Indianapolis, but I haven't been to it here.
Well, so, they got
I went in
the
LA.
same. Everything's the same. And I got to tell you something. Now, I haven't been there in all jokes aside, almost 20 years.
20?
Yeah.
Holy Toledo. Maybe they've changed hands since then.
And when I first went in, it was the closest thing to my mother's house.
Really?
I swear to you.
Wow.
When they first opened it, then we were all waiting to get a seat. And here comes the guy, comes out with pizza, giving everybody a slice of pizza.
Which is what you used to do.
What I used to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm trying to say to you? Everybody got a slice of pizza, and we went out there, and and that was so nice of those people. Yeah. But I haven't been there. We really need to go there.
Well, the only thing is that I'll say about the that style of cooking, Michael, is I remember when I went before, it was just the two of us, and you get so much food. Right. So much food, you can't eat it all yourself. You really need to go with a gang of folks.
You know, I try to get Lou from the Tuscany on the phone, you know, because I know Lou sleeps, but I love Lou.
Is he sleeping?
And we got to go up there. He's in a meeting, and I just love this guy. Their food at the Tuscany Grill in Henderson. Oh my
gosh, it is so amazing.
It's great. So a lot of people see one thing about Las Vegas has changed. People stay in their neighborhoods now. You know what I mean? Summerlin, people stay in Summerlin.
Well, it used to be. It took 15 minutes to get across town, Michael. Now it takes 20.
Yeah, it takes a long time. It takes a long time. And what happens is, but I'm going to
like
tell you
LA
something.
here.
If you ever really want to treat yourself,
you got to go.
You got to go to the Tuscany Grill in Henderson.
11105. I think.
And go into that place.
Southeastern.
And I'm telling you something.
Southeastern, yes.
Their food
in Henderson
is and Jerry Borman. And I got to tell you, I was looking on YouTube, and we got about 300-400 hits. You know, on that people watch the television show. You know, because I've really come to the conclusion it's amazing how many people watch YouTube today. They do, because what happens is that you go. That's why we put our stuff up on YouTube. Right. They say, I missed the TV show, but I got it. I watched it on YouTube. You know, they put in Sandy Kastel and Friends television show, the date, boom, it comes right up. So, I think someday, it's just a feeling, maybe YouTube will have a television show, the way HBO did. It'll be YouTube, and then they'll charge big money like the television stations do. But I tell you something, the way technology has met, and you got to remember something, I'm 62 years old. Could you imagine in 20 years from now, Robert, I'll be 82 years old. All right.
And you know what?
And you know what? Could you imagine what technology would be then?
You still have your good looks, and I think you'll never lose it.
No, it's amazing. I've been blessed to look like Brad Pitt and Mickey Rooney together. And most people say I look like Mr. Ed the horse. But outside of that, as long as you got your health, ladies and gentlemen, that's everything. The key. A lot of guys are vain. They want to stay 25 years old. They get hair transplants, facelifts, dye their hair. They don't know what to do to stay young. It's like a car. You can fix a car up, put a new oil change. You can put a new paint job, wash the wheels. It's still a 1965 Chevy with 350,000 miles. You can't change the inside of your body. You can change your face. You can't change your heart like me. No matter, I can put a new hairpiece on, a new hairstyle, get my nose done, new teeth, name it. But if you cut me open, that heart is still 62 years old. That liver is still 62 years old. And that's the reality of it. You know what I mean? That is absolutely the reality of it. So all you folks out there that doesn't want to spend $350 billion looking like you're 25, enjoy your life.
$60 billion.
Save the money. Enjoy what you got. Eat healthy. Feel good about yourself. Love that person that you're with. Your wife, your girlfriend.
Love the one you're with. Love the one you're with.
Treasure those wonderful moments, because truthfully, when you think about it, every day is just a moment in time. And it really is. You got your family here today, and they're going tomorrow. Sandy's mom, 7 days before Christmas, her stepmom passed away. And that's why I said, thank God that we had all those dinners every Sunday at our house, which is great. And I wish that I could have done more. You know what I mean? There was days I said, San, I don't feel like cooking today. I'm tired. But I got up, I said, let me go to the store. And I'd call my father and say, Pop, you want to come over and eat? And she's, Joanne, she'd be in bed, the old lady. She'd be sitting there sick, not feeling well. You want to go to Mike and Sandy's? Okay. She'd get right out of her sick bed and come over, and I'll make her beef soup and all the stuff that she had. So again, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are out there that do what I do, cook for your friends, your family. And if you don't cook, take somebody out for lunch. Take them out for dinner. Because remember, friendship
treasure that day, because believe me, you got friends today and they're your enemies tomorrow. You say the wrong thing, you never see them again. It's sad to say that, but that's how and they forget all the good you do for them. My mother used to say, Genda Wuna. 101 you could do for somebody, but one thing you do wrong, and all of a sudden you're no good. And it's sad that
you don't hear from them again.
You don't hear from them again. They forget all the good, all the dinners, all the friendship, all the I love yous, all the Christmas presents, all the birthday parties you invited to. Then they drop you like a bad habit, and it's sad. But you know something? It's like that guy that was on our radio show last week about the thorn in the side. What was his name? The guy who wrote the book.
Charles?
15. The guy who wrote the book 15.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, he said you're going to go through all kinds of people to meet the right type of person. You're not going to be there. So if you get 2 out of 10, you're fine.
Yeah, what he said is that sometimes people come into your life
for a reason.
And then they might go out. You know, some people only come in for a few months, come in for a few years, and then they go out, you know, and you can't, you know, everybody's got different things, different agendas in their life, and different things that they're doing. Yes, Robert? I know Robert's been wanting to say something.
Yeah, Bobby, get in there, buddy.
You know, one thing I want to tell everybody, you know, friendship is like a bank. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get out.
That's right.
And you know what? My philosophy in life is, and I've always believed the way my parents did, once a friend, always a friend.
That's what we think. That's what we agree to.
And, you know, I've been like that from day one. And you know what? You know, I know sometimes I get lost for words, but, you know, since I've been in Vegas for now 20 years, I originally was born in Canada, came to Las Vegas in 1995 after 32 years in California. And I got to tell you, Vegas is a great place, and it goes to show you, when you're at the right place at the right time, God always has a good plan for you.
Well, you know, Bob, you're right,
and you can't worry about, you know, the people do come in and out of your lives, and that's okay.
Exactly.
And you know, we wish everybody well that's come in and out of our lives this year and last year, because you know, throughout the years, I've had good friends. You know, there's certain friends, you know, that will remain friends throughout your entire lifetime.
I agree 100%.
Dolly Coulter, and I've been friends since we were 17. Actually, I was 19; she was 17, so we're a couple years apart. But we met when we did Jesus Christ Superstar together at UNLV.
Wow.
And, you know, here we are, you know, all these years later, and we're still good friends. You know, Diane and Dr. Perry, you know, really true friends. I can see that, you know, 20 years from now, we're going to still be doing things together. You know, sometimes
Neil Colmenares, our
you
attorney.
don't... Yeah, sometimes you don't know where people's paths take them, okay? You know, sometimes we have friends that, you know, that come in and for a period of time, they're interested in being involved in what you're doing because that coincides with what they're doing. You know, there's a thing, you know, that helix thing, is that what that is? Is this? Yep. That goes up and down like that? Yeah. And so sometimes you cross paths with people, you know, and sometimes they stay in your lives, and sometimes they don't. And sometimes you don't know why they left, and it's kind of troublesome because you think, well, where'd they go? But then again, you have to say, well, I wish them well.
But remember this philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. You could never reason with an unreasonable person. Let me say that again. You could never reason with an unreasonable person. So no matter what you say, no matter how much you raise your voice, how much you try to, you know, push the point that you can't reason with an unreasonable person. You know, for me, prior to Dr. Perry and Alex Yanko and all the wonderful people that are in my life today,
the Grossos,
okay, prior, and all them nice people, you know what I mean. Prior to all those people that I met now, prior to that, the people that stuck by my side was only a handful, and true friends was Tommy Powers and his lovely wife.
Frank Braglia,
Richard Braglia,
Al
guys,
Rodriguez.
I mean, guys, you know what I'm trying to say to you, that stuck by you, you know, because I'm going to tell you something, folks. As long as you're on top, you know what I mean. As
Janet
long as
Robbins.
you're on top, guess what?
Celia
We got
Wallace.
a million friends around. As long as you're picking up the tab and inviting them, you're going to have them. But when tragedy hits your door,
Gigi Ullman.
right? When tragedy hits your door, then you see who your friends really are. I'm going to tell you something, and I say this with all sincerity. You know, life has some surprises that are out there. That's why you always want to be ready, you know, to always do the right thing in life and to be around the right type of people. And when you feel uncomfortable about somebody, ladies and gentlemen, don't feel bad. I don't care if it's your kids, your neighbors, Let them go. Walk the hell away.
That's right. And if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. We'll be right back after a quick message from our sponsors.
Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Look how I'm longing to.
There's no other radio show like it. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. The phone lines are open at 702-731-1230. Now, here again, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. You know, Magdalena, oh my gosh, what a nice couple they were, right? Yes. They are, I should say. And, we've made some wonderful friends this year, just to reiterate. And like I said, sometimes people come into and out of our lives, and it's okay. It's okay, because I read a long time ago, Michael, that, people will come in and out of our lives. We don't know why. We don't know for what purpose. But we have to appreciate every person that we meet along the way.
I got a
text here.
I got a text, and it's from a certain person. It says, "I love you, Michael. I will always be there for you, my friend. Have a great day." Well, that gentleman that wrote to me, his name was Alex Yanko. You know
Alex
something?
Yanko.
I truly believe that, because Alex and I were in a war. We fought two different wars. I fought the war in 1945, and he fought Vietnam. And we survived. Metaphorically speaking, and when you got two guys that fought a war and survived, there's a certain camaraderie that you have with that individual. So, Alex Yanko,
ouch.
Sandy and I love you with all our heart and soul.
You okay?
You are the absolute, to me, the epitome of a true gentleman and a man of his word. Because one thing about you, Al, I shook your hand, and Dean Martin was that way. Dean would shake your hand. And if he said you were going to do something, today people want a contract. I've been dealing with Star Resorts International in hundreds of thousands of dollars. I never signed a contract with these guys. I walked in, shook their hand, and anything that they said they were going to do,
they did.
They did.
That's
and
right.
That's my kind of people to deal with. Because if you got to put somebody on paper because you're not sure of them, don't go into business with that person.
Exactly.
Well, and contracts are only worth the paper that they're written on, too. And Neil Colmenares is there to help protect us, with any kind of business contracts we do. Also, he can help set up trust accounts, and he can work with people that need to have immigration things, done, all kinds of things. And for those kinds of contracts that you need to have done, sorry, I just
she
stuck
hurt herself
myself with a thorn.
With a thorn, yeah.
Anyway.
You have a thorn in my side too, baby.
Anyway, but sometimes, oh my gosh, I'm bleeding all over the place.
No, you're not. Stop. Stuck in your finger. You're making lots of noise.
Sorry.
Jesus.
I'm like one of those vampire asses. Anyway.
Sandy, are you on the attack again?
I'm on the attack again. Yeah, I'm on the attack. Well, anyway, Robert was saying, he just saw something on the news, which is where this young girl, 10 years old, just lost her parents in a crash, and she was in the crash with them, and the parents died, and now she's left by herself. And he said, just think how her life has changed forever. And I'm sure she's going to have some wonderful people in her lives to help her.
Also, I wanted to mention too.
But you're right; it's a tragic.
I want to tell you, it's funny how it takes something like that for people to pull together. And when I heard that wonderful thing, the churches there and everybody got together that heard that.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you that there is a lot of more good in this world than there is bad, ladies and gentlemen. And I just want to tell you that when people realize the better that they do,
yes,
the more they're going to get back.
That's right, and you don't do it because you're going to get something back.
Right.
You do it out of the kindness of your heart.
Good, so we've
got Shiny Mohawk Jason.
Shiny Mohawk, hey buddy!
Hey Shiny, how are you?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh my God, shoot me!
I want to record that song. Hey, listen, me and Karen want to send some love to all you there, everybody there.
Thank you, Shiny.
And your show it's too irresistible not to call in,
You're much too marvelous for
I just want to say that I think I'll be playing tonight some blues.
Where?
At the German American Club on Lake Mead and Las Vegas Boulevard.
Oh.
It'll be tonight. It's going to be a birthday party.
Okay. Now, the German American Club, but does that mean anybody can come to that?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Good.
I got a cousin that has a brassiere factory in Germany. It's called Hosen vom Floppen.
And okay, don't forget to take some of those along, Chef Michael.
Oh, you got it.
Bring plenty of those.
Right.
You know, Dr. Perry and Diana just texted in, and they said, love your show. We're having a cup of coffee and a fresh biscotti right out of the oven. I'm so jealous, Diana. Oh, my gosh.
Chicken Pascal.
We love those biscottis that she made. And, you know, they were on the TV show a couple weeks ago, and right around the holidays, and Diana and Dr. Perry were making biscottis.
Yeah.
And Michael was having dreams of biscotti.
And it was funny how it started.
Cute.
I laughed at the beginning. And then Dr. Perry comes over. He says, see, Michael, your dreams can't come true. It was, you know, David Taylor did a fantastic job on that. You know,
yeah, I know.
We don't like to shut our phones off, but, you know, people write into us all the time.
I know. And it's good to see who's texting into us.
Right. Lou, I never had the privilege to serve this country, but being in the restaurant business for 37 years, I go to war every day. I would go to war with you any day. Lou, thank you, buddy, for that.
Thank you, Lou, from Tuscany Grill.
We love you, Tuscany Grill. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. These people ain't no joke. They ain't no joke. They are the real deal. Their food is the best, and that's why they're our number one sponsor besides Smith's, and that's why we will have the Tuscany. No matter what we do, Lou will be with us.
Peter Anthony and Stephanie Wynn.
Alex Yanko. Neil Colmenares. You know, the true people. The other sponsors, they come, they go, they beep, boop. But the true people, we love them.
Anyway, thank you, Shiny, for calling in. We love you guys.
Thanks, Shiny.
And we'll see you later.
We'll see you later.
Okay, have a great day. And if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. You'll have to check us out on YouTube this afternoon. This afternoon we'll be up on YouTube. John Stiles, I'm sure, will be posting it maybe this evening. Anyway, check us out. And also check out our TV show on Keen TV and The Walk TV and KNGN and all kinds of stations. So check us out on our Facebook, like us, follow us, and we'll see you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you, Robert, for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.